Hey guys, what is up? Fear Rap Jr. here, back with another Marvel Snap video. Today, we're actually going over the OTAs. If you guys haven't seen the new balance update out today, January 18th, there is a big change. So I wanted to bring it up and so we can get into it. All right, so on my screen, balance updates for January 18th. Blob. Let's talk about Blob. Blob, I'm sorry. All right. Look, Blob got nerfed to oblivion here. Blob was 6'4", merged your whole freaking deck into Blob, and Blob gained its total power. It was fun while it lasted. I had so much fun playing Blob over the past month. I'll never forget it. But alas, this is gone. The new Blob, you'll merge cards from your deck into the Blob, until it gains 15 or more power. So your whole deck does not get destroyed. So Dark Hawk is still kind of in play. It gets... Was it Dark Hawk? It's just this upsetting me. Until it gains 15 or more power. I want a fat 90 power Blob. But Blob, according to Second Dinner, Blob has been a metagame terror for a minute. So the only surprising thing about this change is probably that it includes a text adjustment. This card threatens to create an absurd amount of power. It has been in release valves in the format like Shang-Chi and Shadow King. By the way, Shadow King! Shadow King! Oh, I remember when I first got Shadow King, I thought it was a hot garbage. That card is stellar. Okay, times have changed. It turns out that the 4 defensive power it's totally unnecessary. I agree with that. I don't even care that they change it to a 6-0. That doesn't matter at all. I don't even care about that. But like, make the card better than Infinite, right? Like, merge cards from your deck until it gains 22. Like, whatever. You're 20. Like, put it make it better than Infinite. Just give it 20, right? Okay, so they say it's important to retain a couple key elements of Blob. The first was rewarding eating large amounts of power, especially from high power cards. The second was keeping the total power of Blob variable for the opponent to make the card more difficult to combat directly. This change accomplishes both, creating different Blobs depending on the order of cards in your deck. I get that. But here's the thing. It weakens my favorite Blob deck, the Thanos Blob deck. Specifically, smaller power cards are more likely to land closer to the threshold. Just kind of like in Blackjack. Oh, the count is high, the count is low. You're going to grab and flip it 2. Stay at 19. All right. Lastly, it adds an easy dial for us to tune. According to Second Dinner, if our math is right on the targets for Blob... Oh, man. If our math on the right targets for Blob were wrong, the combination of base power and this threshold gives us room to adjust further. So, I think they are completely nerfing the crap out of Blob. And if they're wrong, Blob can get a boost. Maybe, I hope 25. 25 is great. I mean, there's been more and more power added to this game in the last 6 months. You can't just win a lane anymore with 5. I mean, you can. You can use High Evo. You can use some control factors, Legion, Storm, Goblins, things like that, Nature. All right, let's get into more of the changes. Destroyer went from a 6-15 to a 6-16. It's reverting a nerf. They say the general power values in the game has improved even among Series 1 and 2, where Destroyer's impact was mostly felt. Okay, cool. Moving on, Viper. This one was kind of interesting. I'm glad they did this, though. Viper changed from a 3-4 to a 3-5. They took a conservative approach to adjusting Viper over the holidays, specifically related for reasons to Havoc. Those fears were unfounded. They've decided to keep Viper at a 3 cost for a few reasons. One is that it lets Viper more naturally combo with locations like Savage Land or Shadowland, which reveal on turn 3 1/3 of the time. Another is that increases the design space for building cards, like the Hood is 2-cost cards, because Viper can gift them on the curve. Selene, which, by the way, I have been so in love with Selene lately. I try to play her in... I'm trying to make Selene work in my decks. On reveal, afflict the lowest power card in each player's hand with -3. Now it's a 1/2. Instead of being a 1 -1, it's a 1/2, baby! Selene got a buff, and I am so happy. So what did Second Dinner say? Selene was originally designed to explicitly combo with Viper and Black Widow, probably because of Nihilus, which is what they say, which is part of why her power was negative. It increased the risk-reward of these strong combos. However, it turns out that subsequent changes to Viper and Black Widow that they've done weakened these combos, which makes sense. And Annihilus hasn't been much of a factor for Selene, so we're adding power here to let the card better stand on its own. I love Selene, so now I'm going to play it even more. Let's go. Electra, I think this is cool. 1/1 to a 1/2, not much to talk about. But, I mean, Electra's an iconic, really important early on card. The fact that you make it a 1/2 is a little better. It's not just a card. When you're building and you're growing into Series 3, you kind of just... I don't need Electra. Why do I want Electra? You know, there's not a powerful enough 1-cost card that your opponent usually plays that you want to get rid of. Right? Maybe Nebula or Sunspot if you get lucky. Okay. So Electra, that's cool. Dazzler. Ongoing +2 power for each location that's full on your side is now a 2/2 instead of a 3/2. Their explanation. Dazzler is another card that could use some shine. Our intention with the initial change to 3-cost Dazzler was to see if Silver Surfer players would be excited to pair Dazzler with Brood. It's interesting, but things haven't worked out that way. So it's time to try something else. Dazzler is a card rewards playing efficiently so that you can get all your cards out, which means an energy reduction should be helpful. That does make sense. It is a 2-cost now. Expect to see more Dazzler in the upcoming weeks. Hercules. I do not have Hercules, and they already changed it. The first time another card moves here, each turn move it to another location. They buffed Hercules from a 4/6 to a 4/7. Hercules released weaker than we'd like, so we're adding a little power. Our goal remains to try and find an execution that builds an interesting move card at 4 costs, but diversifying the strategic options across more costs is key for ensuring we have a lot of gameplay variety. We may consider revising the effect in the future if it proves unworkable at this cost. So that means they might drop Hercules to a 3/7 if this doesn't work for them, if their magical data that they look at doesn't work. Dagger. Old, 2/2. When this moves to a location, +2 power for each enemy card there. The new 2/0. When this moves to a location, +3 power for each enemy card here. There. I really think Second Dinner's trying so hard to make move better. They're trying very, very hard to make move better. I hate move. If there's any archetype in Marvel Snap that you haven't seen very many move videos from me, right? I made like a Human Torch and a Heimdall deck. That's it. Like, I don't like move. I love some of the move cards. I really love the Spider-Man cards for move. I can't get it to work. I don't like the effects. Like, I love Vulture and Human Torch. I think those cards are amazing. And I like Iron Fist and Ghost Spider. I like those cards. But the whole synergy of like Doctor Strange, it's not for me. That's personal. Sorry for ranting. Speaking of move cards, Dagger has been one of the weaker ones for a while. We'd like there to be some extra competition and strength for the archetype. So we're trying a change here that sizably increases the power potential. This does make Dagger weaker, Shadow King. So it's not all upside, but overall it should improve a player's options moving forward. That makes total sense, right? Shadow King is the frickin' king right now. Oh man, Shadow King is so good. Guys, so that's the OTAs. There you have it. We're not going to do a deck build today. That was just the balance updates. I wanted to run through. Tomorrow, I should hit 7K on collector level, and I'm going to open my mystery variant. I'm going to build a special 7K collector level deck. Stay tuned. Actually, am I close to my collector level? Probably not. I don't even want to risk it anymore, right? Where am I collecting? Oh, I'm 120 away. I'm probably not getting there. How many days we got? We got some time. It's Thursday, but really gonna have to hustle to get there. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, share if this is the type of content you like to see. Let someone know. Let your friends know. I make a Marvel Snap deck build video every single day. Unless I'm making OTA update. I make Marvel Snap related content every day. How about that? So thank you so much. And by the way, I just want to say this. If you are still watching, thank you. Seriously, thank you for watching to the end of the video. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate every single view I get. It's just because you guys like Marvel Snap, I like Marvel Snap. And by now, if you've subscribed for a while, you recognize I'm not the greatest player out there, but I love playing this game. And I love, like, talking to people in my comments. It's so fun. I really do enjoy this. And just thank you guys so much. Really do appreciate you guys. So I will be back tomorrow with another Marvel Snap deck build video for sure. So, take care, guys. I will see you tomorrow.